I've called. Don't hold me. And these are things you could see even the body language. They were trying to not show this, but in reality, everyone could see.
Yeah.
So why don't we have? This is a very sensitive time. People have invested time. People have invested money. That's why you're seeing managers, throwing tantrums and all that. So why don't we see a fair kind of officiating that is non-partisan? Because the history of Mande is very clear. He has been affiliated to City Oil, which is not a bad thing. Yeah. But again, coming always in the games and making controversial calls back to back, that even within the system, they accept there were controversial calls. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we are not having anything going on. You get? That's today, if let me say, I remember back in the days, there's a time we used to have foreign umpires that would come and, officiate. And sometimes I think that touch, it's what we miss out often. When you look at that umpire called Brian, the calls kept the game in check. Him being around, because we saw a couple of calls where these other guys were calling something else, but he called something else. You get? And I think after the talking, these calls went through. You get? And that's one of the things that kept the game, in check.
I feel it was more composed than the other.
Very
officials.
Much. Very, 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 very much. And we appreciate such guys who have come from the international level, come and officiate such crucial games that people need to leave and say, no, City Oil beat Namongo fair and square. You get it? Without any back and forth. But if calls are going to be happening, the same way, there's even a clip I saw. I think Ndikumana pushed Nyemek at the back. He fell the other side. I think David was just around on the side, and they didn't call, and it was like 7. I think it was a 2-point difference, and game continued. You get? So such moments, if we have 3 umpires and we are still missing out on such calls. It's unfortunate that this is what we are going through. But going forward, I think there are some decisions the system has to make about the same things people keep on complaining about. And one of those things that has been Mande Baker on officiating the City Oil games. Yes, they will say he has experience, but the experience is not helping us in this point in time. You get? And every time, why is it very frequent when City Oil is playing? You get? Already the team is a good team. You get? You don't need to play these funny things that are happening that are offsetting, players. Actually, you're making even the players doubt themselves that if we don't make these funny calls, you will not. You get?
Yeah.
You can't deliver. You just
those are cheap shots, I would say.
Very cheap shots. Very cheap shots. You get? Don't make these players like they've not put in enough work to deserve this.
Well, so much drama coming in from the officials. Then we see a well-composed City Oil, and then we see a Blazers that we expected to run a full.
You the Namongo Blazer fans.
I'm not even a Namongo Blazer fan.
Some should be crying.
Crying right now. Maybe it's because they are see now the way City Oil is comfortable. They are composed. They are running the clock.
Yeah.
And then we see
I like that part of the clock.
We see the way Blazers was playing a transition kind of team. So
yes.
I don't know if he doesn't have any other strategies. Let us know what you think in the comments. How game 4 will be, and what team are you rooting for? Are you rooting for the City Oil? Are you rooting for the Blazers? But as you invest your time and money, because you have seen even with the prices going up, the love for the game still surpasses the charges. And the fees.
Definitely, because we've seen tickets oversold.
Yes, tickets are oversold. We see people everywhere. Even with the ability to watch the game online and stream it online, people want to be there physically and get that kind of experience. And then we've also seen so many. We've seen the business side.
Yeah, the business side of actually the game where we've seen Black Clive step into the space. It has been there, but physically on a few games. And coming from
I would say mostly in the playoffs. That's when we have seen this.
Yeah, we've seen Mountain Dew.
We've
seen which other brand there. A couple of things here and there. And also we've also noticed that the Uganda Basketball Players Association has been doing a lot of visibility kind of arrangement where they organize challenges at the halftime, the dunking competitions and all that. So basically it reaffirms the narrative where we had in some old videos that there is money in basketball. We just need to be intentional on our actions.
So what do we need to do to attract these business brands and all these people to support us even during the season, during the regular season?
Yeah, for starters, let's have transparency. And two, let's not think this game is for officials. This game is for players. You get this game is for fans, because the fans come to see the players. So we don't have a shortcut to that for any reason. But often it's categorized like once you manage the football the system, that's all you need to do, guys. We need to talk about player welfare. We need to talk about fans getting value for money. You get at the end of the day, because people love their teams, people want to support. Actually, I love the fact that we are having even a jersey sales of the Namongo jerseys, and I've seen a couple of people putting them on, which is a very nice thing. That means this income directly goes back to the team. You get it? So such merchandise and other things, programs around players, it's what's going to make the game, more beneficial even to the players. Let's not only leverage on actually not leverage, but let's not only look at management fees, management tasks, and we say, oh, once we organize a game and it runs, that's the end of the day. We need to see other things happening to players. You get it? Because there are people who are passionate about their teams and they want to support, and I've met very many. You get? So
and there are people who support players, because I may not support a team, but I support a player.
Exactly, and I've noticed it too. If the player leaves, they leave.
True.
You get?
That's true.
And it's not just here in Uganda. Me too.
You're now a Phillies fan.
No, I'm not. Don't take me that side. But I've seen very many people now. Just like you've seen the economy of Philly, it has really spiked up just because of a signing. He has not even touched the ball. He has not gone for a training session. But things change. That's why we need to put a kind of attention to players. Trust you me, if today Nyembo or Rambat had a business or something they are affiliated to, trust you me, it will be hot cake in the basketball fraternity. And not just them, but also let's look at corporate companies when they're trying to advertise sports related things. Let's look at these players. These players are creating a name for themselves instead of finding a random person that no one even ever relates to. It's very funny that you find an advert running at the arena having a picture of person advertising basketball, and you don't even know, like you're not even motivated to support. You get? You're having random people advertising, let me say, an energy drink, and you don't have even a clue who these people are. But corporate companies could, think outside the box. Thinking inside the box and using models and all that. Already these sportsmen have a name for themselves. They have the physique, they have the bodies, and they can do these things. You get? That's literally extra income for players. You get?
Yeah.
Just like you've seen in rugby, on those Stanbic adverts, you're seeing fans on the billboards, you're seeing players on the billboards, which makes sense, and it's more relatable when you enter the space.
Yeah.
And I remember that thing was done sometime back at the arena when it was still fresh, where they put that Hall of Fame. We had Miriam Hamara, we had Collins Muchiza, we had a couple of names put on that wall. And every time you come to the arena, there is something that would inspire you. And like even young players, when they look at those names there, they are like, okay, I want to be like this lady, I want to be like this guy. And it's called legacy. You get? But every time you're doing something for sportsmen,
you're using influencers.
You use influencers randomly. Those numbers sometimes they're not inspiring. People in sports. Yeah. It's just a moment that in the moment when it spikes, it will spike. Then what's the sustainable program to it? It will die. But remember, these are players, and till today, I'm telling you, we're still talking about Collins Muchiza. You get?
Yes.
And how he used to perform in basketball. And he was put on those in those moments, like to be like the face of the game. You get? So these are things we need to look back. Like you've seen, Norman Bleak was judging the dunking competitions. So when you are promoting the playoffs, why not do a billboard having Norman Bleak?
Yeah.
You get it? Such scenarios, they just make the business part basketball makes sense. Just like you've seen in the US, where these basketballers are doing multi-million adverts. You get, from cars to beverages to
betting.
apparel to okay, I don't. You get it? So these are all avenues of creating relevancy and empowerment to our players. Because besides even empowering them like that, these are guys, most of them, who have been on scholarships. That means they are educated enough even to work into those organizations.
Yeah. So even as the teams and the entire organization jumps into the business aspect,
Yes,
for us as the basketball fans and the basketball players, we want people that we can actually relate to.
exactly.
Because a player can sell the league, a player can sell the team, a player can sell the sport,
Exactly.
and I also don't feel the need to get like influencers
It
and
doesn't.
random people who you
Random
feel
people.
are nice looking
Come on, we have very many nice looking guys and ladies in
in the
basketball.
yes in
Very
the
many.
league.
Look at how Cindy has represented us, like on a national team in the 3-on-3. Look at, her physicality. I would say this is a person fit to, to to model for a big brand. Look at Akulo. Right now, I think she has signed for a Portuguese team. You get it? So these are ladies already looking the part. You get it? So when you speak of basketball and influencing things basketball related, we need to look into those spaces. You get? We are looking at our local players. We are looking at our foreign players. Why not consider these guys? They are already. You don't even need to do much, because we have muscular basketball players. We have slim basketball players. We have tall ones. We have chubby ones. The sample scale is huge. So it's upon the teams, the federation, to be intentional in regards on how do we promote the players beyond their teams. You get it?
Yeah.
Because you've seen the NBA doesn't just promote the teams, it promotes even
The
players.
players.
And that is going through media and all those things. Instead of us trashing, let me say, Komagum, what can he add onto the basketball, you know? Besides making all those criticizing words, from left, right, center, and all that, what can he add? We have the likes of Oxy, who have been on the national team for quite some time. We have the Jimmys, but you see the physicality. If you want a tall guy, you look at Komagu. If you want a thick guy, you look at Oxy. If you want to do something with speed and athleticism, you're looking at Jimmy. Why aren't we having these things happen? You get it? We have to be very intentional about this. And also, when we are going to pitch, I don't know what are the criteria guys who choose to go in the boardrooms to pitch to these companies, but sometimes I feel that they're negotiating for themselves. Yeah.
So as we ponder that, the criteria these people use, you right there, you can just also think about how your team is going to go through this break that we have taken, because the next game is on Friday.
Friday, it's going to be fire.
And you can think about whether you can switch to the other side or remain on your side. But us as a Lifeline,
guys are emotional.
As you support your team, you can also support us. Just drop a like, subscribe, follow, share.
Yeah, because often guys come and check on our,
on our profiles.
The profile, they don't
follow, they don't.
You don't lose a thing just tapping on that follow button. So that you're more intentional, and we are talking about being intentional. What we are doing right now, we are being intentional about the concerns of basketball, and I would love to see other people also be intentional maybe in regards to supporting the things that are meant to bring basketball together. You get it? Because often we stream this on our TikTok live, but we also upload the full video on YouTube. And it will be very, fortunate if very good and helpful if you went and subscribed, hit the notification button, so that anytime we are streaming on TikTok, you're there, you know what's going on, and the times when we upload it to the YouTube channel, still you'll be able to follow up for the moments you missed, maybe the points that you are more interested in to hear, and comment, so that we know the kind of things people would want to dig deep, because we have our sources, we are there in person, so that things can flow in a direction where in the next few years we see a healthy basketball system running.
True.
Yeah.
You've heard it from us. You can let us know what you think about the series in the comments, and see you next time. Peace out.